Welcome to today's video, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day as always. I got great results out of the last video of Luca's car doing the whole review, so I'm actually going to review another car. We're going to review Justin's car right here that I'm driving. I'm going to pick him up, so, and when I say review, I mean like walk around, details, just kind of get to know them and get to know their car. Maybe even the story behind their car. Because honestly, I always love the story behind people's car and how they built them and how they did, you know, certain things. The car's cool, but like the story behind the car is like what gets me kind of really interested. So let's head to the shop and meet Justin, because I'm actually in his car right now, surprisingly, to actually film this video. So I'm bringing it to the shop and we're going to talk about it, drive it, and do a few things. So stay along. Stay along. Justin's now driving.
What's up?
And we're actually going to get the driving footage because I want to get like a few rips on this so you guys actually know how this sounds and feels, and kind of, I know it's not as good in person, but you know, it's good.
Should I roll the window up?
No, you're good. But I just wanted to go for a ride while the sun's still out so we can kind of get some good rips.
There's no brake boost, just like rolling in a second.
So how much power is it making, Justin?
To be honest,
just roughly. I know.
I'm gonna say between 500 and 600 horsepower.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than 600. I don't know. Between 5 and 6.
5, 6.
Yeah.
550.
Probably closer to 6, but yeah.
All right. Because it's on 22 psi.
Yeah, that looked like it's about 22 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a brake boost.
Brake boost pull. This is the thing, Justin. It feels so planted.
Dude, it's so solid.
It's so planted. I couldn't imagine a cage.
It's like ripped.
It does rip.
It feels awesome.
I don't know if you can tell, but these tires flick all the rocks. Gnarly brakes.
Feels awesome.
Yeah, it does. Kind of hoping he does another one, not gonna lie. We'll see. Just the smells and everything. There's nothing that like that. Oh, so it makes you so happy. Like, that's so cool. Oh, I love it. Justin, bro. The sounds, the smells, the E85, everything about that is amazing. It feels like when we're at Summit.
Yeah, dude.
It's just what the dose.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It popped really good.
Sounds really good.
Don't do that when it's slow mo. Ready?
Justin, what'd you do, bro? Wally's gonna be disappointed.
Oh, sorry, Wally. I hit the brakes too hard.
Yeah. All right, you ready to start into this, man? All right, where you want to start? Front, back, front. What kind of guy are you? Engine bay? I guess this is your pride and joy. You know, this is what you have the most time spent in.
A little warm. So it's a 2.4 liter, which is a 4G64 block with a Evo VIII head, which is ported and polished, and it has oversized valves on the intake side. I believe this exhaust had stock, but I'm not positive. And then from there we run S3 billet cams.
Yep.
I have furrow valves. I have furrow valve springs. And then we run this manifold I actually bought when I bought my first turbo kit a long time ago. Well, first off, this is DMP manifold.
Okay.
It's probably old as hell.
I actually saw like 1 or 2 of these actually for sale on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it can't be that out of date.
The wastegate is actually built by our buddy Dylan at DNR. DNR? Is it just DNR?
I think DNR Custom.
Dylan's really cool. He's a great welder. He does cages and stuff. So appreciate that.
Really good welds.
And then attached to that, we have a PTE 6266. It's a ball bearing turbo from Precision, and it's got a T4 divided hot side with a .84 AR. Spools pretty quick for the size turbo it is.
No, your full boost probably 45.
Right, probably 45.
Yeah.
And I can rev it till 82.
Yep. So solid.
Yeah. And then it's on speed density, so there's no map sensor or anything.
Nope.
And we run a coil on plug by SparkTech, which are actually, these are just, I bought this SparkTech kit. The coils are actually from JDC, and they're Toyota, they're Toyota ignition coils.
And we
exactly
just,
sure they're from,
we just did an experiment with these where we put the stock coils on my car, we already have them, and then we put these on, and it's
a dramatic difference.
It's a dramatic difference on throttle response.
The way I describe it is it's like watching a movie and the voice is like delayed. That's what the stock ignition feels like.
It's a good one. It's a good analogy.
So as soon as you touch the throttle with this, it's good. Where stock ignition, there's like a little bit of a wait time.
Okay. So talk about the paint job on the bay.
Paint job is done by your boy Matt.
You're truly.
He actually painted this while I was in Vegas for the weekend.
Okay.
So, hats off to you, man.
And then the wrap.
The wrap, we kind of all did.
Yep.
First wrap job.
First wrap job.
Full car at least. We've done a couple hoods. So if you look at the hood.
We're nailing hoods. We can do hoods in and out.
People always ask if this is real paint, and it's just vinyl wrap.
From Vivid?
From Vivid, yep. And we did this ourselves. No experience whatsoever.
No, this was truly our first like friend group wrap.
Yeah, and it's been, I'm gonna say 3 years. It's probably been on for 3 years now. You can see it's starting to like.
It's starting to show its wear.
It's starting to come off and like
but
from here, but this is.
It's a track car. It's a track car. It's a track car.
I beat the shit out of it. So.
So suspension and brakes, Justin.
Suspension, we have BCBR coils. They're just the regular style. I bought them used. I got a great deal on them, and I'm pretty sure they're just stock spring rates, but they work freaking awesome.
Yeah, they do.
It drives so much better than stock did.
So the big thing when I noticed on my way over here, it absorbs bumps way better.
Yeah, so the stock suspension, you notice the car like kind of like does one of those, where this is it's just planted.
Right.
It doesn't feel loose. It feels awesome, honestly.
Yep. Brakes?
Brakes, they're StopTech rotors and StopTech quiet posi pads.
And they only squeal, I notice, when you kind of get really slow.
Yeah,
right.
when you start to go slow, and it's not like Tyler's brake. They're way quieter, and I would say they're not as aggressive as Tyler's brakes. Like Tyler's brakes, when you grab the brakes, like that feels like
you feel the retention. These are, I would give these 8s if mine were 10s.
Yes, 100%.
Mine aren't 10s, but if mine were 10s, I'd give these 8s.
For stock brakes, you got it.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah.
Right. So I would say these are like the middle of the road.
Yep,
Still
I would
really
agree.
Good, though.
Yep, definitely. I would say like if you're only gonna track it, no, but like.
Yeah,
every
street track car, whatever.
Absolutely.
And then for tires, we run the Potenza RE71s.
Yep.
245, 40, 17 on some RPF ones. And the only reason I went with that size is my last wheel was a 8-inch wheel, Works wheel, and that was the biggest size I could fit on it.
Yeah.
So these are 9s, 17 by 9 plus 35. So you have to run a 20 mil spacer for them to fit, but the fitment's perfect. It's almost if you did a 18 by 9.5 plus 22, which is what I was looking for. I'm not a big RPF 1 guy, but I already had 2 of them and they fit the Evo. So
don't lie, you just wanted to copy me.
Yeah, I just really want to be Ty.
All right, let's talk about your interior. I'll go on the other side.
So
first off,
we use
Justin's favorite mod probably on this car. No?
Honestly,
oh, hold on. All right.
Honestly, the best mods.
Yeah.
The two, I would say. For sure, the seat.
Yep.
Obviously, this is a really expensive seat. It's like $1,000. I bought it used off someone that never used it, so I got a deal on it.
So you can kind of really learn from Justin. He takes a lot of used parts. I mean, they're not used as in like bad condition. They're just new used.
Yeah,
so
just people buying them.
It's just a good way to save money. And I think a lot of people should learn this because you don't have to spend retail price.
You don't. And there's plenty of people, if you just ask or talk to people that are like wholesalers, and they'll hook you up, which is really nice. So like, for example, I met this guy off Facebook Marketplace through Strictly Modified, the Evo page. And I've been looking for ECU for this car to protect the engine because it's kind of expensive to build these things. And
very expensive.
Yeah, he saved me like $300-400 on an ECU. Still really expensive. They're like they're like $2,000. So that should be here tomorrow, actually.
And which one did you go with?
I went the Haltech Elite 1500.
Probably the baddest boy you can get.
Probably the best one you can get. Eventually, I'll probably do the IC7 display, but I fucking love the Evo dash. So I'm like,
it is a pretty dash.
I am
like
torn.
It's a respectable dash.
Yeah. But all right, back to steering wheel and seats. These are the two, in my opinion, the best mods you can do if you're gonna track your car.
The best feel you get out of your chassis.
Yeah, for steering and stuff, because this is way smaller than the stock steering wheel, which we could show you with Ty's car. But this is just a Grip Royal. I believe it's a 335 millimeter or 330, one of the two. I just know it's not the 350 mil.
So I would say on top of the two things you touched, just like you said, the steering wheel and the seat, I would say shifter is important too.
Yep.
Because you gotta like your shifter.
This actually came from our good buddy Brandon.
Brandon Christophus.
Evo, they used to call him Evo Boy back when we were in high school because he was the only kid to fucking have one of these cars when we were in high school.
That's true.
Honestly, the only reason I have one, and probably Tyler, because
it was a big inspiration.
Yeah, they're just like
we always knew how cool the cars were, but we never experienced in life. So like when you see these things in life and like see the sounds they make.
And we hang out with Brandon a lot more we did in high school than we do now, but we still hang out with Brandon.
We still see Brandon.
And we used to go in his Evo all the freaking time, and it was awesome. So that's the main reason that we got into these cars. So shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon.
This is actually Brandon's shifter from his old Evo.
From his white Evo that he had in high school.
Yeah, Mia.
I'm sure this isn't gonna be permanent, but he did get a harness bar. Let's talk about the harness bar. Yep. Because I'm sure one day, Justin, you're gonna cage this car. It's gonna happen.
I'm sure.
But for now,
me, I really like the stock interior full cage look. So if anything, I might delete the rear seat because you're not gonna be able to get back here anyways.
But I do see people run it like right through.
They do, and I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love race cars. Don't get me wrong, but like something about having a full interior with a roll cage.
It's so cool.
Just really cool street track car.
I agree.
I'm not really looking to like break records or anything. At least not now.
Not yet.
Maybe at some point in life.
You know.
But this is just a Barnum harness bar. They're $200. I got white because it looks freaking sweet.
White's sweet. And because, let's look at the trunk.
I always hear with Evos, the biggest problem you have is understeer, which is so true. They understeer horribly in stock form. So the best thing to do, which a lot of people would think that you would mess with the front end to try and get it to understeer or oversteer more, but the main thing you do is you want to tighten up the rear end of these cars. So I added this, what was that? It's an Ultra bar, and it just it holds from the one side of the trunk to the other.
Yep.
I also moved my battery back here.
Yep.
And it kind of helps with this the harness bar. And actually underneath here, we have a white line 26 millimeter.
26, which is important.
Yep.
Because so you got the 26, most people get the what?
24.
24.
And I didn't do enough research, so I was just like, I'm gonna get the biggest bitch. And
it surprised him.
Yeah, it completely drives so different. So
tell him about the first corner you took.
Well, I was getting off the highway, and normally I could take it at like 60, like an average, so I'd always come in hot. Well, with the rear sway bar, it came in hot, and it just like, the whole car just like shifted sideways, almost as if it was rear wheel drive.
Literally.
And understeer is almost gone.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. Along with, and another reason that helps that is the diff, which, did we take a video on your car?
Yep.
We did.
Yep.
The time lapse where you swap the disc and the clutch around, that helps dramatically too, but it also becomes a lot noisier when you're driving it. Yep. So it kind of whines a little bit. It could be that the T-case is going bad, but it only whines in like 5th gear really, so we'll just send it for now.
Yeah, all right, Justin.
And then, so you got the rear bumper, exhaust, what else?
So tell them about the exhaust. We didn't. So Justin made a new purchase that he hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, they're on back order for the JDM rear bumper, but I bought a Tomei exhaust. There's
full titanium,
like best of the best shit you can buy.
I'm really excited to hear how it sounds.
Me too.
Okay, so for the last topic of this car until we close out the video, Justin's gonna talk about his fuel.
For now, I just have a hardwired Walbro 450 in tank, and just the stock lines, and it comes up to the stock fuel rail.
So all right here is all the stock fuel rail.
But I do run 1250cc injectors.
So big boys.
2150cc injectors. They are good. They're a little overkill for my build, to be honest,
they're always there.
You can always add more fuel if you need to.
Yeah.
So
what's your duty cycle? Do you know? Because I think I'm at like 40.
Yeah, it's like only 50%.
Yeah.
And it's still making 600 horsepower. So
right. That says something.
So we're gonna upgrade the fuel lines. I have a huge problem with my injectors clogging because of the E85. And I think it's just because the stock fuel filter and stock rails are so old and rusty.
Well, I think it's actually more the E85 eating your stock lines and gooing up your injectors more than the rails.
Whatever the case may be. So I've actually had this for like 3 years.
Literally.
I've just been too cheap to buy like the lines and stuff.
I love how you admit it, bro. I love it.
It runs great. So like, and you spend so much money on these freaking cars. Like,
and the fuel system is fantastic.
Yeah, it works great. Like 600 horsepower, like you have no issues. But
like, yeah, I get it.
I did buy the ECU, and I bought these.
It's just time.
I also had the fuel pressure regulator.
So, you went with the Fuel Lab? Yep, that's the same one I have.
Fuel Lab. It's gonna sit right here.
You're going right there, huh?
Going right there.
So the only issue I should warn you is the hood clearance. That's why I didn't go there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go a little lower.
Yeah, we'll see.
Any immediate plans for the car? I guess we can touch on that before we close it.
I think I might rewrap it.
Okay. We'll leave that color for a surprise.
Yeah. Love the green. Might even just do the green because like if you look here, I was being stupid one day and this got too hot. And
nice.
It's starting to wear, you know, the green.
It's been a few years. It's been a few years, like we were talking about.
People freaking love it.
They do, and they just.
I'm so known for the dude that has the green Evo.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably what we'll label this video.
Yeah, that's usually what it's known for. So.
All right. Anything else, Justin?
I don't think so, dude. I think the car speaks for itself.
Yeah, and drives loves
immaculate.
Amazing.
Handling, everything. The tires, seat, and steering wheel. 3 greatest. Tires, suspension, steering wheel, seat. Probably the 4 best improvements that you can do for these cars.
First mods, yeah.
Yeah, along with getting rid of the understeer.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
It's a great car. It is a. It's a.
You've owned this for about 4 or 5, 6 years? 5.
2015 in July.
Okay, bought it with like mostly of a stock engine.
It had a stock motor.
With the Evo 9 turbo. That's right.
It had 1200cc injectors back then. Nothing is the same anymore.
Literally, this whole car is different.
The same is the exhaust, which is going.
Yeah.
And the intake manifold, which I would love to do someday, but you can make like 900 horsepower with those.
You don't no need.
So
there's no
reason to replace it.
Yep. So. I agree. All right, Justin, that's it for this video. I hope you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys later. Leave a comment if you did like this video, and we'll keep doing them.
Yeah, if you want to see more cars, just let us know.
Because we got a lot of them.
So we can definitely do a couple interviews for sure.
No, you guys say see ya.
All right, what's a good inspirational quote? We'll let Matt get it.
Have a good night. Peace out.